Japanese bento box.
I know bento boxes in and out. This is a challenge for me.
Simple, right?
Not really.
Way too simple.
Oh, no.
You are going to have to think outside the common bento box and make one of these. An ultra-modern bento box.
I've never had a bento box in my life.
Every component has been revolutionized and reinvented.
Okay, Barry.
All right, Miranda.
Okay, go, Matt.
I'm getting the oil on.
Barry, I would just clean that rice till it runs clear.
Equal parts rice to water,
Yeah, 2 and 2.
2 and 2.
What would be your point of attack?
Obviously, the rice. It has to be washed, getting rid of all the starches.
Almost there.
It's the foundation to any great sushi.
Is
Yeah.
it rinsed enough? Rinse it again, rinse it again.
Okay, fine.
The rice goes on, you put your oil on so it starts to warm up, things that take a long time. Then you can start doing some of the more finer detail work.
So let's break down this veg.
Yeah, I couldn't have asked for a better teammate.
Looking good, Barry. Nice job, buddy.
I'm a workhorse. I can do things quickly.
We need to chiffonade some bok choy, and that goes in there as well.
And Trevor's attention to detail. This is my dream team.
Beautiful.
Nice. Those are nice and tight, right, Barry?
Tight as I could get them.
Do you mind if I redo these prawns?
You feel free if you think it's necessary.
Trevor is far more artistic than me.
Don't take too much time on those, Trevor.
We need to sashimi the salmon.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Trevor is very fast, and that's very important in a time challenge.
Whereas Barry, he's a little bit more steady as she goes.
It's got to be like paper thin. One smooth motion.
I would prefer to, take my time making this meal. Sit back and have a glass of wine.
I'm gonna leave this for you.
Okay, yeah. It's like working with my dad.
Where's my asparagus? Where'd I put it?
Tempura is a very important part of Japanese cooking.
Mixture of flour and cornstarch. Flour to give the consistency, cornstarch get nice and crispy.
Some recipes for tempura ask that you put soda water into it to help it be like neri.
You're gonna put the whole can, or are you gonna...
I'm gonna do it till
no,
it's
don't
right.
mix it too much. Don't mix it too much.
The consistency of a tempura batter is very important.
You want those lumps in there. It's a true art form, tempura.
I think that's good, eh?
Yeah.
So now they need to be double-checking that they've got everything done, thinking about their plating, getting their dips and their sauces.
Trevor, don't forget the tofu and the cucumber slice, man.
We're getting it all on the plate, Barry.
Major components all have to be there, then make it pretty.
Pressure is on.
Soba noodle. Soba noodle, where's my soba noodle?
It's already
Oh, it's already
plated.
there. It's all on you.
Get the beef.
Trevor is redoing the plating of the tempura. That's Trevor.
Where's the spice for on top of the salmon?
Just a light sprinkling.
Light sprinkle, light
Just
sprinkle.
a light sprinkle.
10, 9, 8,
Anything.
Clean it up. Clean it up.
Season, clean it up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up!
Wow.
The lotus root is not on the plate.
I'm about to cry.
Please bring up your bento box.
They're gunning today. They're going after the smallest details. It's making me really nervous.
At first glance, I'm very impressed. These are round, very nice. Beef, well cut. Everything's there, right?
Wrong.
What's not there then?
We missed the lotus root.
Oh,
Or
you missed the lotus root.
I missed the lotus
Oh,
root.
you missed the lotus root. Now, wonton noodle crusted shrimp. It certainly looks better than everyone else. But taste is king. Now that is delicious. Good season on it, cooked perfectly. I'm very impressed.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you, Chef.
Who made the sushi?
I did the rice. Trevor sliced the salmon.
Looks pretty textbook.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you, Chef.
The rice is perfectly cooked, but it's not perfectly seasoned.
We use mirin.
Rice wine is what you use with sushi rice. This is the most beautiful bento box we've seen in this challenge, but it looks a lot better than it tastes, unfortunately.
Sorry, buddy.
No worries, no worries.
What a beautiful piece of beef, huh?
Yes, Chef.
So who actually cooked it?
I did, Chef.
You did. Look, it looks nicely cooked. the encrusting of it. Looks like you have a little of the togarashi on the top here. Here goes. You barely have to chew. It is so tender. That little searing on the outside, the heat that comes in from the togarashi seasoning. Just a plate of that on its own, and I'd be a happy man.
Me too, chef.
Very nicely done.
The home cooks must use one ingredient from each box and decide which offcut each team member will use.
I want to do the pig's feet, and then I want to do a bao, which is a dumpling that has soup in it.
If you want to do that, I don't mind doing the shoulder. Let's think about the menu. Do we want to go more of an Asian route?
I think we should go more Asian.
But I'm not really strong with Asian. I don't feel really comfortable doing this, but to be a good team player, I have to cook Asian.
These ingredients are inspirational. You can do so much with each of them. But these proteins have one thing in common. They take tremendous skill to be able to achieve that delicious texture and presentation that we're looking for.
These are items with different texture profile, different taste profiles. So first of all, they have to think of ways to cook it, think of ways to even butcher it.
I think the pig's head is going to be the toughest piece to get done and cooked in time.
If they're smart, they can cut it into smaller pieces.
I don't cook a lot of Asian flavors, but I got a lot of directions from my other teammates. I'm making grilled frog legs with an Asian-style pesto.
Frog's legs, that'll cook very, very quickly. So there you have to have a delicate hand and make sure that whatever you're putting with that also has a delicate feel and taste to it.
They've only got 90 minutes, and that is not a lot of time. The other area which really concerns me, there is no leader or captain in this challenge, which means that they have to all collaborate and work together in a way.
Is this okay on your station?
I'll keep it on it for you. Just like in medicine, no doctor knows everything. You have to know when to ask for help.
Who's watching over each other? Who's governing the creative process, the plating, and the cook?
I'm making a grouper cheek miso soup. A miso soup is a delicious light soup. The grouper will work perfectly with it. I have never cooked with fish head, but I do know that the cheek is a very delicious part of the fish.
In my family, the head of the table, which is my father, always gets the cheeks, and my mother always gets the eyes.
I'm going to make a sticky beef terrine and a nice sticky glaze from that delicious poaching liquid.
Hi, Veronica.
Hello, chef.
What is your part in this team?
I'm available for tasting and any sort of questions that people may have. I'm the most familiar with these ingredients out of everyone here.
So you're acting like a Michelin inspector.
I am a little bit.
What are you doing?
I'm making a play on xiaolong bao. Xiaolong bao is a Chinese soup dumpling that has to have at least 18 crimps. So it's meat, soup in a nice little bundle. 16, 17, 18.
I will be counting. I will be counting. The red team, I like the theme they're doing, Asian. Veronica, she's doing xiaolong bao, which is a Chinese dim sum. Very difficult, requires a high level of skill.
Making xiaolong bao, you need to serve it with black vinegar. I'm not gonna give the judges some black vinegar and a soy sauce plate. Let's make some caviar. Making caviar is just a matter of mixing black vinegar and agar and dropping it into frozen oil. Oh my God, look, Sean, look.
It's working.
It's working, it's magic!
Awesome.
Little caviars of vinegar, fantastic.
My beef is spoon tender. As Alvin always says, taste is king, and today, that's what I'm focusing on first.
Veronica, she's consulting for the menu and also the official taster.
It's hot, but it's good.
She is a Michelin inspector in training.
This is delicious.
It's good, right?
Yeah.
Mary's got her turkey roulade out.
Wow, everyone is starting to plate right now. These types of proteins tend to look sloppy when they're plated. So I want to see creativity, I want to see finesse on the plate, I want to see garnishes that are going to highlight each protein.
Wow, holy crap, that is freaking awesome.
Have a look at the plate.
Oh, I think it's beautiful.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up!
Sean, you had the grouper's head.
Yes, chef.
Tell me how you went about the preparation of your dish.
I made a stock with the grouper head in a pressure cooker. I poached the grouper cheeks. The bowl is lined with some sesame oil, so as you pour the broth, hopefully the little bubbles of sesame oil will come up and it'll add a lot of flavor.
The cheek, I found just a little on the salty side. But Sean, the broth is absolutely beautiful. It is flavorful, it is rich, it has a long, lengthy flavor to it. The way you presented it, you have a cheek, you have a little bit of the skin, some enoki mushrooms, little treasures that float around that soup. That lingering sesame oil backing everything up is wonderful. It's an adventure. Great dish.
Thank you, Chef. I feel amazing. I feel like I've done my part for the team.
Matthew.
I made a beef shoulder terrine that I fried on both sides. I also pickled some daikon.
Plating, beautiful.
Thank you, Chef.
Shoulder's a muscle that gets used a lot. It needs a long, slow cooking. You managed to cook the shoulder perfectly. It's just that you did not put enough of that beautiful glazed sauce that you worked on. You need to slather that on so that it's sticky, gooey. That, to me, was where you let go of this dish.
I feel my plate looks elegant. I've got this.
Terry.
This is a dish inspired by the southern region of China. It's a 5-spice frog legs. It's got butternut squash and black bean puree and a savory roasted garlic puree too.
Hey, frog legs are not the easiest thing to cook. Delicious.
Thank you, Chef.
I like the tenderness. I can taste the Chinese element, but it is over-seasoned.
Toes.
I think the deciding factor is going to be the pig's trotter and the chicken feet. Those are the two hardest ingredients to cook.
Veronica, unlike Alvin, I'm no expert in Chinese cuisine, but what I know is that you have picked one of the most difficult dishes on the planet to execute in 90 minutes. The way that it looks is an absolute triumph. You made caviar.
I did. Black vinegar caviar.
That's difficult. You made your own wrapper.
I did make my own wrapper.
That's difficult. You folded it how many times?
21.
That's difficult. We're not even in a finale yet.
I treat every single competition as if it's the finale.
You really captured so many things in one dish. Tradition, innovation, and flavor. The red team are very lucky to have you on their team.
Thank you, Chef.
An all-Asian street market sampler.
I know nothing about cooking Asian food. Nothing.
Internationally, hawker stalls and street vendors are producing some of the world's most exciting food trends.
In fact, a stall in Singapore was recently honored with a Michelin star.
Given that there's 5 different things on this plate, timing could be an issue today.
First, we have a perfectly crafted Chinese bao, a steamed bun filled with succulent pork belly, cucumber, and Asian pear.
Next, 2 flavorful Vietnamese delights. A jellyfish salad that requires both technique and flair. And a banh mi sandwich packed with chili chicken, chicken liver mousse, pickled vegetables, and cilantro.
I'm kind of freaking out a little. I'm a meat and potatoes kind of girl. I've never prepared any of these dishes before.
There's also a takoyaki, a round Japanese snack filled with octopus and topped with gently waving bonito flakes. For dessert, a sweet Thai banana fritter encrusted in a coconut batter.
All 5 of these dishes?
This is gonna be a doozy.
Let's go, Nadia. Pork belly, pork belly.
You're just gonna get the chicken stock going here for the pork belly. Move fast, but take time to think. This is the most important part of the cook.
First thing is get that pork belly in the pressure cooker for the bao, because that's gonna take a bulk of that 70 minutes.
Nice work.
Michael G is moving like a bolt of lightning.
3, 4, 5.
Great. It's actually a little intimidating. I've never really watched him cook before.
Step number 2 is make your bao bun.
Get that warm water in there, Nadia. We gotta activate the yeast.
And I'm expecting to see a light, fluffy bao bun. It has to be perfect.
What's our next move after this? Let's think ahead. We're playing chess.
You think for that for a second. I'm gonna think about this.
You had about 300 of livers, so you need about 150 grams of butter. Yeah.
So now Kagan has moved on to the chicken liver,
which is an essential part of the banh mi.
Take a little bit of it out, because otherwise it's not going to set.
Michael G is doing an amazing job of keeping me on task.
Quick, double time. Spatula's right here if you need it, but we don't need a ton of it. Run it, run it, run it. Tap the tray as you're going. It'll knock it flat.
Nice. Beautiful.
A takoyaki is a Japanese octopus ball.
It's a typical street food in Japan. Very, very popular. Taco means octopus. The secret is to turn them, to make them, form them into ball. That requires a lot of skill. You have to turn it with 2 points.
Michael G, bring me up to speed.
We have a lot still to do. This is not an easy challenge. How many of these do we need? 5. Use your fingers, man. You got to burn them. It happens. Get your fingers in there. Burn it. Who cares? You're either here or you're going home, so burn yourself. I don't want to go home, and I don't think he wants to go home either.
There's a lot to be done in this kitchen. They got to deep fry the bananas.
Put the bananas in the fryer. Bananas in the fryer. Gently, we only have 3. Dip and fry.
I am extremely impressed with how well Kagan is listening to me and how well we're working as a team right now.
And you can't forget about a jellyfish salad. Moment of truth about to happen here. Michael's going to check his pork.
Come on, man.
Oh, his hands are shaking.
Ah.
Looks like Michael G has taken his own advice. He's burning his fingers now.
Got it, got it. Yeah, Mike. In the glass jar, that's for the balls. Right in front, right down. In front here, man.
Keegan is plating his takoyaki.
Other way around. The crappy side on the bottom.
10, 9,
you have to get on the plate. Let's go. Come on.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up!
Yes! Come here!
Ooh. I'm a little worried. This is not a perfect platter. I'm just hoping that these little mistakes don't send us home.
Andy, you put these two together as part of your strategy.
It was a bit of a social experiment to see how these two work together, and they were pretty impressive to watch down there.
Let's start with the banh mi. Looks like you've got all the elements here. Let's see how they all taste. Chicken is very flavorful, cooked very nicely. I think the liver pate is spot on. It is tasty. It is the right texture. Well done. Who takes ownership of that?
The team effort. There's no I in team here. But there's an I in win, and that's what we're after.
How do you feel about the appearance of the deep-fried banana?
A little dark. I wish there was one more of them.
It looks very sad to me. Really sad. So, Kagan, you started cooking them?
Correct.
A switch happened, you took over?
Yeah.
And you took your eye off the banana?
Yep.
Burnt is what it is. Gives that bitter aftertaste towards the end. It almost says I don't want to eat it.
We could be being sent home for that. That's a big, small detail.
The deep-fried banana. Burnt gives that bitter aftertaste towards the end. Says I don't want to eat it. The takoyaki balls are looking a little dark on the outside in a couple of areas. Seasoned well, wonderful savoriness to them. Taste is good. Look at the bao. Those buns look pretty decent. Light, fluffy. Melt in the mouth pork belly. Boy, is that good.
Thank you, Chef.
It was a tough challenge, and it was good to see you two work together the way you did. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Chef.
I think we had a lot of mistakes. Our bananas are toast. Our takoyaki balls are crisp around the edge, but our flavors are there, and I hope they'll pull through on those areas.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Holy heck. Oh man, there's scales and everything.
I decided to give Jennifer the ebi sudai. In the mystery box challenge, her fish dish didn't get her called up, so let's see what happens.
All right, guys, let's do this.
Take apart a fish I've never taken apart before. I feel like I was playing it safe on the mystery box. I just want to make sure I take calculated risks this time around. Have a good cook, everybody.
Here we go.
Okay, let's do this.
Alvin, do you think this challenge is going to be difficult with these Asian ingredients?
Definitely. With luxury ingredients, less is more. You really want to showcase it.
Jennifer is eating up a lot of valuable time right now butchering her fish.
This feels embarrassing to say, like as someone who comes from the East Coast, but I've literally never filleted a whole fish before.
Hi there, Jennifer.
Hello, Chef Micah.
You got given the fish,
Yes, I did.
and you spent a fair bit of time removing the fillets.
Yes, I did. I am making an ebi sudai carpaccio. I'm going to be deep frying the body as well and serving the carpaccio in the body.
On the carcass.
Yes, yes.
That sounds a very interesting and unique presentation. Do you think this could be a bit of a do-over after those fish cakes?
Maybe. I'm excited for the opportunity to work with fish again.
I love the positivity that you bring to every challenge.
Thank you so
Good
much,
luck,
Chef.
and use that time wisely.
Yes, Chef. Okay, pal. One more dunk. I've never deep fried a fish carcass before, so I have no idea what I'm doing. And I am doing it just by eye. We'll see what happens.
I tell you, if you're only serving the fish, there's nowhere to hide.
Time is always making me nervous here.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up!
Wow. I try to just focus on the fish, not do a whole lot to it. I'm quite nervous.
Please bring your dish to the front.
This is, hands down, the most nervous that I've been, because it's a whole carcass on a plate, and that's all. This is an ebi sudai carpaccio, and I've made a sauce with some chili, lime, garlic, ginger, and cilantro, and I've served it in the fried body.
Six seasons, I've never seen anything like this. That's a good thing.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Chef.
It's pretty amazing. The seasoning, it's just perfectly balanced. Wow. Last challenge, you struggled. This challenge, you're back in the game. You have incredible skill.
Thank you so much, Chef.
You know, you hit it on the spot. The texture was perfect. The way that you preserve and reuse the carcass of this fish, I am deeply touched. Because Asians don't like to waste anything. This is how we are so crazy rich. Now, you know, in Asia, only the honored guests of the table gets to sink their teeth into this. The eyeballs. Today, I think the person to be honored is you.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Thank you very much, Chef.
You have certainly honored this beloved Asian ingredient. You did it justice. I'm touched.
Thank you, Chef.
You can float back now.
Yeah, oh my God. Dear Diary, today I got to eat an eyeball on MasterChef Canada.
1, 2, 3, lift!
Yes.
Let's go.
Oh, man.
Look familiar?
Yep.
Unfortunately.
What you see before you is one of the worst dishes you've ever cooked in this kitchen.
Yep. For some of you, it's what sent you home. For others, it was a big misstep along your journey. We want you to take your key ingredients and turn them into a culinary triumph.
In other words, this time it better be good.
Chef.
You have 1 hour to reinvent a past mistake. And your time starts now!
Let's go, let's go.
Let's get it.
Woo, let's do this, guys.
We are not asking them to create a replication of what they've done, but a reimagine, a new version. But they have to use those key ingredients that were part of that nightmare.
I'm making monkfish sinigang. It's a traditional Filipino dish of tamarind paste and fish sauce. The last time I cooked monkfish, Chef Alvin told me that I did not treat the protein properly because it's considered poor man's lobster.
That's like using filet mignon in a stew.
I have to tie the monkfish so it stays round while I cook it. Feel good. I'm ready to redeem myself with this dish.
Hi, Jeremy.
Hey, Chef. How you doing?
I'm always good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good,
I almost
well-
got all my mise en place done.
Well, no, I was talking about in general.
Oh,
I
in
got-
general, it's good. I have a fiance. I
Yes.
have 2 young daughters now.
Yeah.
So trying to win this for them. Since I was last on MasterChef Canada, a lot has changed, actually. I'm a dad, and I'm a family man now. So I quit my engineering job to pursue food full-time. I run my own little private chef catering company. I've done a lot of fundraising, and it's just been a great experience. But the food industry is tough. Recently, I had to go back to my engineering job to support my family, so my business has been put on the back burner. Winning MasterChef Canada would give me the means of fulfilling my lifelong dream, which is opening up my own Filipino food restaurant.
You know, you can't let fear hold you back in the kitchen.
Fear is your biggest enemy. You want to know something? I don't see any fear here. This is it.
This is amazing. Look at the energy in this kitchen right now.
I'm going to be loving to taste a lot of these dishes.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up!
Oh, that last one went long.
Please come up to the front.
It's a monkfish sinigang. On the bottom is a tamarind and balsamic glaze and some watermelon radish for garnish.
Amazing presentation.
Thank you, Chef.
I can't wait to sink my teeth in this. Everything is there. You got the fruitiness coming from the tamarind and the extra layer of flavor coming from the balsamic. Now, the monkfish is a poor man's lobster.
Man's lobster.
Okay? And I can tell you, this is a rich man's dish.
Yes. Thank you, Chef. Thank you.
Chinese stir fry.
Now, the aim here is to personalize this classic version. You can be as bold as you like, but make sure you honor the spirit of the original.
Coriander, coriander, where the freak is the coriander?
I think John made a real smart choice by choosing the stir fry. At first glance, obviously, it looks simple and straightforward, but it is filled with details that can make it very successful or a super failure.
I would agree. There's no room for error. The vegetables need to be crispy but cooked. The rice needs to be perfect.
Secret stir fry is exactly what the name say. You heat the wok nice and hot, so that all the goodies, the vegetables, the proteins are frying, and you must stir, 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 stir.
Some people play music by ear. Well, I cook by taste. I've only eaten one stir fry in my life, so I'm gonna have to try to recreate it by taste.
Lynn,
Yes, chef.
what kind of a stir fry are you planning to do?
I'm gonna make a sesame beef.
And what's in the marinade?
There's tamari sauce, sesame oil, ginger, garlic.
It's about the layers of flavor, not overcooking anything, not undercooking anything.
Absolutely.
Good luck with it.
Thank you.
Cruising.
Gonna add my soy sauce to my stir fry.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up!
This is crispy sesame beef. There's gnocchi mushrooms, sweet peppers with fragrant basmati rice.
You have a lot of big flavors going on here, which is exactly what I want in a stir fry. Rich, bold, unapologetic flavors.
Thank you, chef.
You know, we asked for a stir fry. You gave us a stir fry. Vegetable done nicely, rice perfect. This dish is restaurant quality.
Thank you, chef.
Lynn's proven in the last 2 challenges that she can really throw down.
I always say how much I hate dessert. I totally thought of a dessert that didn't require baking, so it's an Asian play on a banana split. It's gonna be red bean and green tea ice cream and a banana tempura. Better be the best banana tempura they ever had.
Eric now is doing 2 different ice creams. I wish he would just do one that was right. I'm concerned that he's taking on too much right now.
You know, that may be his Achilles heel.
This is for my mango snow.
Eric's really stretching himself, so I think that might impress the judges a bit more.
I try to make mango snow, and it's not grinding up in the grinder.
Oh, Eric, calm and cool.
Eric seems to be almost unraveling here.
No. No worries.
I need to show these judges that I can improve from my mistakes and I learn from them.
10 minutes!
In order to make ice cream in such a short time frame, the home cooks are using liquid nitrogen.
Here we go.
The temperature of this clear fluid is so low that it instantly freezes the ice cream ingredients as soon as it comes in contact with them.
If you don't incorporate it fast enough while you're pouring the nitrogen in, you're gonna end up with a rock.
Wow, you're doing 2 at the same time?
You're ambitious. Do you have it on high speed or medium speed?
No, it needs to be on low or else it'll just like get destroyed.
Depends how fast you add the nitrogen.
Yeah, I'm adding it pretty slow.
All right, good luck.
Thank you, chef.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Thank you. Eric, what else you gotta do?
Deep fry my bananas and plate.
I saw some chocolate on your trolley there. You gonna use that?
Yeah, there's no banana split without chocolate, so I'm just gonna grate some fresh chocolate over it.
Let me give you some advice, okay? Chill your plates.
Okay.
Chill your plates.
It's an Asian banana split, banana tempura, red bean and green tea ice cream, and fresh grated chocolate. Because there's no banana split without chocolate.
Asian banana split. You have taken all the comfort, the good of banana split, and you have put it into this dish. Red bean, that is comfort to Chinese because we love red beans. And green tea, that's universal. You have hit it spot on.
You too have done an amazing job. I find the red bean one has a little sweetness to it that I expect with a red bean. The tempura batter, it is light and airy, so it really does not hide that banana flavor. I think it's a very innovative and high-reaching dish that you've done very successfully.
Eric, I think the dish is very dynamic on many levels. And actually, the ice creams both taste incredible. They're very creamy. The one flaw, though, I wish there was some more fresh fruit on the plate to cut through the richness of the ice cream and the richness of the batter. But overall, I think it's an incredible dish.
Thank you, Chef.
I chose galangal and velouté as my main inspirations. I'm going to be making a seafood and galangal bánh bèo. And bánh bèo is a steamed Vietnamese rice cake. Galangal is often compared to ginger, but it doesn't have that much flavor. I'm using galangal in my seafood stock, my fish and shrimp marinade, and my bánh bèo. When I cook Vietnamese food, I'm thinking about my mom, because she's the one that cooked us all of our Vietnamese home dishes growing up. I'm not going home tonight. The velouté is the most important component of my dish because the flavor definitely has to show through. A velouté is fish stock that is thickened with a blonde roux, which is just flour and butter cooked down. And I'm just worried about getting the proper consistency right. If I mess up the sauce, that may send me home. Ooh, I taste that galangal. I chose galangal and velouté. I made a seafood and galangal bánh bèo.
So I gotta waste no time and pick up on all these flavors, hopefully. You know how to cook shrimp. It's been cooked with a great deal of care, passion, and intelligence, smarts. Boy, oh boy, the umami level in your velouté is amazing. And the shrimp are so beautiful and sweet. And the galangal, it just sings. It's a great dish. Well done.
That velouté is incredible. I love it. The fish sauce, the way it shines through. The galangal, it's just there in the background. Great flavor, beautiful looking dish. I'm not sure I would change much about it, to be honest with you. Really, really sensational. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chef. I'm feeling so happy. The judges liked what I did. I was able to pull off that dish, and my mom's gonna be super proud of me.
Guys, 30 minutes.
Just a little bit more. I'm doing a duck breast with a smoked tea egg in a taro nest. Duck breast takes a long time to cook because of the huge fatty layer. And the only way you're gonna get a nice crispy skin is if you cook it down and render all the fat out of it. I'm trying to make a jus right now with my leftover duck pieces.
I'm loving watching Chris right now.
Almost there. I'm cooking some wheat starch. This is gonna be used for my taro nest. I need to steam the taro until it's very soft, and then you can knead the two together with some butter into it. Okay, let's start doing the eggs. Now I need to smoke my eggs. I really need at least 7 to 8 minutes to get a good smoky flavor. And then I still have to make my celeriac puree.
Careful, Chris.
I wish I had an extra 10 minutes to do this. Might be falling behind a little bit here, so I gotta pick up the pace.
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
This taro egg is extremely technical. You have to hold the basket at just the right level so that the oil is only frying the taro, but not frying the egg. It has to be done perfectly.
It's hard to watch.
It really is.
Okay, that looks okay.
That's just incredible.
My taro nest eggs look great, but the duck breast is the star of the show, and it has to be cooked to a perfect medium rare.
So the duck breast is coming right now. It looked beautiful.
Oh, beautiful.
1 more minute, last minute. Get it on the plate.
Gotta see if these are done.
Come on, you guys! Push, push! You got it, Dandy, last time! Get all down! Come on. Good job!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The last entree up for tasting is Christopher's. A seared duck breast served with a beet jus, smoked egg in a taro nest, and a celeriac puree.
I like the plating. I love the egg with the taro root nest. I love the gold leaf.
Every element here is interesting. Beautiful sauce on a beautifully cooked duck. I can't wait to cut into this.
I am really intrigued by this egg.
It has to be medium, creamy center. I tell you, there's a lot riding on that smoked egg. Hey, wow. Look at that. That is perfect.
The cook on Christopher's duck is perfect. It's well seared, it's well seasoned, it's well rested. The egg, I think, is sensational, that custardy center.
Every element here is done to perfection.
Overall, a very ambitious dish. It really worked. Oh my goodness, this is phenomenal.
So many amazing ingredients, seriously. I wish I could have this pantry all the time.
What else? I'm trying to find something that can replicate pork in the pantry. Texture is key when it comes to cooking plant-based foods. I do see this thing called textured vegetable protein. I've heard of it before, and I know it acts as meat after you rehydrate it. So I'm gonna go for it and take a risk and try this without having used it before.
I need some basil too.
The talent in this kitchen is so fierce. You just gotta cook your heart out.
I get so heavy.
I am very excited about this challenge.
Plant-based cooking has come such a long way that there's really no compromise when it comes to creating great comfort food dishes using those plant-based elements.
What would you make?
I would probably go for sweet potatoes, slice them super thin, almost making a cannelloni, some kind of a plant-based cheese filling, and bake the whole thing in the oven.
For me, my ultimate comfort food's always been congee, or rice porridge. On top, I can layer with all kinds of vegetables, which I will grill in that Brazil brick.
But really, it's fascinating to see how much further we can go when it comes to vegetable-based ingredients.
All it takes is a great imagination.
Cooking Filipino food brings back memories of my mother. I lost her to cancer in 2008, so cooking the food that she used to make makes me feel good inside. Today, I'm making a vegan noodle-wrapped lumpia with a sweet and sour carrot sauce and roasted vegetables.
Lumpia is actually pork and carrot spring roll. It's the Filipino version of a spring roll. I have my lumpia. I'm using texturized vegetable protein to act as the ground pork. Then I'm gonna fry it.
Traditionally, lumpia is wrapped in a spring roll wrapper. I can't use spring roll wrappers because it has eggs, so I'm gonna use rice noodles. I feel like the creativity of wrapping it in a noodle is gonna show the judges just how creative I can be. Rolling with noodles is a very technical skill. As I'm trying to roll my lumpia, come on, this vegetable protein is falling apart. If I don't get this done, I have a chance of going home. Hardest part of what I'm doing today is wrapping this lumpia because the texture is not as sticky as ground pork. So I'm adding a little bit of cornstarch to the filling just so that it will thicken up a bit and act as a binder.
That cornstarch he's putting in.
It looks like cornstarch.
Yes, which is a good idea.
Yeah, it's an easy fix.
And then I use my sushi mat to roll it. Come on. And it works perfectly.
Woo! Yeah, baby.
I'm rushing on my plating, but I'm also trying to stay calm so that the plate doesn't look messy.
Now it's time to see if they taste as good as they look. Jeremy, please bring your plant-based comfort dish to the front.
I'm feeling good about my dish. I cooked my heart out today. Every memory and emotion was on that plate.
Hello, Jeremy.
Hey, Chef.
Plant-based comfort food was the brief. What did you make?
Comfort food, it always brings me back to the memory of my mother and back to the food that she made. Traditionally, lumpia is ground pork. I tried to emulate that with a textured vegetable protein, burnt pumpkin seed ash, chanterelle mushrooms, radish, and a spicy carrot sweet and sour sauce.
Well, Jeremy, I am once again delighted to see the level of which you are plating your food. It seems to be getting better and better and better.
Thank you, Chef.
The comfort feel is right there. It is rich, it is flavorful. It's the kind of food that I think would become a staple. As they were being cooked, you'd be picking one off the plate at home because you just couldn't resist it.
Thank you, Chef.
Jeremy, done traveling Southeast Asia. You must have ate twice my weight in Lumpia. Why did you use the rice noodle?
It's just a cool little vessel once it's fried.
Well, let's see how this goes. You have all kinds of range here. The rice noodle, I like it because it looks a lot more elevated. The filling, tasty. Sauce, you got refined carrots, and I can taste that carrot coming together. You have it all.
Thank you so much, Chef.
Please go back to you.
Thank you so much.
Good job, Jeremy.
Praise from the judges means so much to me. I feel like my mom would be so proud of me.